Hi friends, Mindy here. I have a little flip through for you of this completed journal, which was for Let Heaven and Nature Sing from Bythewell4God. I finally finished this. I had intended to get this filmed before Christmas, but it just did not happen because it was a very busy time, as I'm sure it was for everyone. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas. I'm just going to go through here really quickly. I do have process videos for almost every day, with the exception of the last 3 days. I did not film those, and I will put a link to the playlist for all of these videos, including this journal setup, in the description below if you are interested in checking that out. So I just have my little very simple closure on this journal because it's, as you can see, she's quite chunky. So I do have that just kind of tied to kind of hold everything together. I was working with an envelope system, and pretty much every day is kind of the same. On the back of each envelope I have in here, I have tucked all of my notes and scriptures and things for the day, along with the card for that day. So all of my notes are tucked in, and that is going to be the same for every day. I'll just kind of go through and do a quick flip through, kind of hit the high points, and then like I said, if you're interested in seeing the process videos, there are a few where most of them are, you know, I worked on 3 or 4 days at a time in the video, and so you can see those if you're interested. So this is day 1. I just have some hymnal paper from my stash. Anytime that I had the music that associated with that hymn for the day, I tried to use it. So this one is on there. This one, I just created this with some embossing powder and a little scene that I had done with some distress oxide. And then this is the ephemera piece from the kit. This had some texture around the outside, just kind of trying to get that cold night sky kind of look to it, and just keep these little critters at the forefront there. This piece actually is from Tim Holtz, this little frame, and I just very simply just created a little scene kind of in the background with some music paper and this cute little bear, and then just a few little things on there. My envelopes are about 4 1/4 square finished, because the cards on the inside are 4 inches, and I do have a video on this. This is actually supposed to be dimensional, but obviously when it's closed it kind of flattens it, but just trying to make these little baubles. And then again, I do have a process video for that, but it was just a fun way. And then you can see, you know, they close flat so that they don't get messed up when I am closing the book. But this was that day, and then I just used the flashcard here on this day because I had notes on other cards. And then this is one of the journaling cards, and then some pattern paper back here along with an ephemera piece, and then I just have some seam binding down here on the bottom. That is day 6, I believe. This one, I just took the pattern paper and I cut along here along this edge with my X-Acto knife, and then I tucked in the journaling card and then just glued that down all as one piece. Another journaling card here, and just used one of the ephemera pieces. Because I was working kind of so small, these little ephemera pieces acted kind of as the focal point for a lot of these pages, which made it really simple to work through each of these days. This day, I just created this little Christmas tree out of some buttons, and then I just threaded through there just to give them a little bit of interest. And then again, I have the hymnal paper for Hark the Herald Angels Sing back here, just because I had it. So I wanted to include some music paper as much as possible, because we were obviously doing a hymn study for this study. So I wanted to try to include that as much as possible. This is one of the beautiful journaling cards that they came out with kind of after the kit release. There were 2 other sets of journaling cards, and they're so beautiful. They did have a verse up here, and I needed to cover that up because it didn't coordinate with this particular day. So I just used one of the flashcards to kind of cover that up. And this is actually some Tim Holtz paper here in the background. But I love these journaling cards. They're just so beautiful. This one I kept super simple. This is just a little mini file folder, and then I did some of the stamping with the snowflake stamp and some distress ink in the background. This is in Picket Fence. And then here I used some embossing powder and did kind of a watercolor background, and then again the music paper here, And then on this day, I used one of the stickers that was the title starter for that day. And I just wanted to keep the focus on this beautiful snow globe. I really loved the snow globes from this kit. This day, I included one of the journaling cards here on the front. I just kind of crumpled it up and distressed it and kind of curled it and left that kind of as the focus. This is the background paper from the kit. And then I just added a little ephemera piece here down in the corner. Just really super simple on a lot of these days. I just didn't have a ton of time by the time I had taken all the notes and everything. And the Christmas season obviously is very busy, and I wanted to work on this every day. So some days are more simple than others. This background right here was created with embossing glazes and the sweater pad background stamp. I can't remember the name of it. And then I just kind of sprinkled the different glazes on there and kind of mixed them together. And then again, I have that journaling card that has the music for this particular day and this cute little hedgehog, which is so cute. This one, again, I just used one of those beautiful journaling cards. I did trim this down just a little bit to fit on here. Then I have some background paper, and then around here, this is done with Foundry Wax from Tim Holtz. On this day, it's just a very simple ephemera piece, one of the little die cut pieces, and then I have that beautiful pattern paper in the background, and then I just used one of those little faux washi stickers down here at the bottom just to kind of ground everything. And then again on this one, I used the title starter for this day. I didn't do that with every day, but for some of them I did. On this day, I used another journaling card. This scripture for this day actually goes along with this day, so I left it on here. And then I just added a little Tim Holtz label and wrote the word humble on there for this day. And then I have a little bit of fabric just kind of glued down there to kind of anchor everything. On this day, I added the little file folder. I did have to trim this one down a little bit. This is not the little mini one, but it's the bigger size one. So I trimmed it down along this edge so that it would fit on my card. And then I included Oh Holy Night just kind of tucked in here. And then a flashcard because I had my notes on other things. So I didn't need that flashcard, and I just added that on for that day. And then, and you can see on the back, I have these little die cuts as closures for each one of my days for my envelopes. I don't think I mentioned that earlier. On this day, again, I just used another one of those beautiful journaling cards. They were so pretty that they just kind of really became the focal point for these days, and it just made it really easy. So I have some pattern paper in the background and another strip of that faux washi. And then I did a little label for this day and wrote peace on there in a gray marker, and just called that day done. It was another really simple day, but having these pieces that were kind of already decorative really did help with this project, keeping it easy and doable for a whole month. These kind of projects can get overwhelming, so I find it best for me personally to try to simplify things as much as possible. So on this day, I actually used the journaling card that came in the devotional kit for this particular day. I just love the snow globe, and obviously this went with the day, and so I just stamped some little music in the background from one of the stamp sets that released this month, and I used again the picket fence distress ink just to do that kind of just randomly. It's not, a perfect stamping, but I wanted it just to have a little bit of brightness in the background, and then just left all the focus on this verse card. For this day, again, I have just the pattern paper and some music paper along the bottom, along with the die cut. And then this little guy is popped up on some foam adhesive just to give it a little bit of a dimension from the background here. But again, another super simple day. And all of those have process videos. So these last 3 days do not, but you'll see they're very simple days. There's nothing too complicated about them. Here I used a scrap of paper that I had left over, and then I used some hymnal paper, and then I just tucked the flashcard back behind there and added one of these snow globes, and that was it for this day. This day I took a piece of white paper, and then I added these stickers that came with the kit, and I just added little sections of those around here, and then this is the flashcard for this day. And it was just that simple for day 23. Again, it was, right at Christmas, everything's super busy. So just trying to keep everything simple. And then day 24, I used another one of the little flashcards. This was for a little town of Bethlehem. So I wanted to kind of use this little city scene. And then this is the title starter for this day. And this is the actual journaling card that has the sheet music on this day. And I just kind of offset that and left that there. And that is pretty much it. I know this is a super quick flip through, but like I said, I do have process videos if you'd like to see how these pages actually came together. If you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until next time, bye.